Hey there and welcome back. As always, I'm Carl with Targets the Attitude, absent-minded professor of knives and all things sharp. Sit on back, grab your pens and paper, class is about to begin. Before we do that though, a little bit of syllabus work as always. If you like knives and all things sharp and the occasional camping gear, and you must or you wouldn't be watching this video, just get one question for you. Have you subscribed yet? You haven't? You sure? Why not, man? It's easy enough to do. You just hit that little button right down there that says subscribe. Then you hit the bell next to it. That way you get notified every time I put up a new video. It's a win-win situation. You win because you get notified every time I put up a new video, which is about once a week. I win because the more subscribers I've got, the easier it is to get all these neat new knives. So go right ahead. Plus there's normally a button floating around in here. Most of the time it's over here, though I've seen it here and even a couple times up there. Says subscribe. You go ahead and hit that during the video and that'll take you to it as well. But on to class today. Got a new one from Civivi. Yes, I do a lot of Civivis, but I love Civivi. This one is Chronic. It's not one of their biggest ones. It's definitely sweet, like always. G10 handle scales as always. Nice C on the pivot point. Also like always. The pocket clip is a nice deep pocket clip. It can actually be reversed so that you can say for left hand pocket or right hand pocket carry, whichever you want. It's got a little piece right here. Allows you to put a lanyard on it. I've heard a couple people try to claim that as a glass breaker. It's not. It's G10, so it might do as a glass breaker, but it definitely wouldn't be what I'd design in for a glass breaker. It's got stainless steel liners, and as you can see, they are skeletonized, so that helps keep the weight down. There's standard cage ball bearing for the pivots. The blade, however, is, instead of the D2 they normally use, it's 9CR 18 MOV. It's a step up from the 8CR 13 MOV, CRKT, and Kershaw and a lot of other knife companies like to use. It's about the equivalent of VG10 from everything I'm reading. So you've got a better blade than most companies, but still not D2. But, you know, that's not always a bad thing. It's a little smaller than most of their knives. Closed, it's just about 4.1 inches. The blade is just a hair shy of 3¼ inches, and you've got an overall length open of 7.32 inches. Not very heavy. It's only 2.5 ounces, which is nice. Clip point, which is somewhat unusual on pocket knives, but still nice. Hollow ground blade. It centers up very nicely. Very nicely. And it's not just opening, but it's just so smooth. It just pops right out there beautifully. So I'd give it a high fidget factor. It's just a pleasure. It really is. It just feels really good in the hand. No jumping on the back of the blade, which could be considered a downfall, but you don't have to have jumping on the back of the blade. It's still fairly nice. Choil is so small, I would not choke up on the blade. You're going to cut yourself. Or at least if your fingers are as large as mine are, you're going to cut yourself. Just don't do it. And besides, a small Knife is small enough you don't really need to anyway. So let's see how it does. Straight out of the box, as always. Start with a scrap piece of paper. And let's see here. Yeah, that is very sweet. Very, very sweet. So, cardboard. Standard piece of corrugated cardboard as always. And that took almost no pressure to sink it all the way up to the pivot point. Cut's just gorgeous. Oh man. Yeah, you can thread boxes all day with that thing. Beautiful. Hang packaging test. Empty soda bottle as always. Let's see here. Tip goes in without any prop. And yeah. Going to open up any hang packaging I know of. That's for sure. So, what next? Paracord. Paracord. There's the paracord. So, and a size loop. No pressure at all to cut that. Smaller loop. Still no pressure at all to cut it. So let's go to the teeny tiny loop that just gets tipped through and I can barely hold on to it and see how this does. It's 1, 2. Very, very, very nice. Heavy cowhide. Let's see how we do here. You want to cut yourself a set of laces. That'll do it real quick, that's for sure. Need to put fringes on the bottom of your vest or on your jacket, it'll do that too. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Zip ties. Bright yellow ones this time. Kind of a bit longer, but I bought these for the gun show this coming weekend, so that's why I went for the little longer ones. As you know, zip ties are just one of the handiest things around. You can use them for so many things, it's pathetic. But they are a pain to cut. So let's see how this does. That was fast, sweet, and easy. This way. Yeah, a lot of knives take 2 or 3 times to tries to trim it down. That one laughed at it. It just, wow. Okay. Piece of wood. Let's see here. A standard piece of wood from my wood shop. A little thin, but you know, still let us test. Going great that way. Imagine my old scoutmaster from back when I was in Boy Scouts would have had a blast using this knife to whittle those caged balls he used to do all the time. So let's see. Again, pivot point is weakness, so this is not a great idea. But since the knife's new, let's see how well it tawns. Okay. Got some wood chips on there, but other than that, I see no damage. Not feeling any damage. Yeah, that was beautiful. So let's see. Back to the piece of paper, see if it took any damage from that. Sure doesn't seem to have. So there you have it. The Chronic from Civivi. Comes in more than just gray. Let me double check here to make sure. But yeah, I see it being offered in gray, blue, and it's got black. And what's the DS? Oh, it's available in Damascus too. Cool. My distributor doesn't have the Damascus version yet. I hope they get that in quick. If so, I'm going to have to start carrying this in Damascus, because this is just such a sweet, sweet knife. I cannot complain about that at all. But, in the meantime, hope you enjoyed. Hope you found something interesting here. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week, better weekend. And remember, it may be ability decides what you can do. It may be motivation that decides what you do. But it's attitude that decides how well you do it. So if you're going to do something, do it with attitude. See you now. Bye.